Morning, guys. Uh, Today, I want to talk about this Carlisha Hood and her son um, situation, a situation that happened with her, just literally going to try to get some food. Um, and this happened and unfolded and I guess ended so quickly because I was going to do it yesterday, but I'm just like, okay, well, I'm off today, so you can just do it tomorrow. Then I come to find out that charges have been dropped and the whole thing. I'm just like, oh shoot. Well, but it's okay because it's good that the whole thing has unfolded. Like, I mean, I would rather it have gone this way anyway. So I still am going to throw my 3 cents in here like everybody else. But when I first heard it, of course, the way that they presented it was that basically this woman's having an argument with a man, told her son to go out and get the gun, shoot him. And from my understanding, because I've heard a couple little whatever backgrounds to it, uh, she and her son were already gone. And so they got that account from his girlfriend, from my understanding. The that account was completely wrong, which is why charges were dropped. Um, and from what I also understand, I mean, the girlfriend was out here encouraging this dude to go off on this woman. I didn't look into all of his background or whatever, but the internet, they found all kinds of stuff against him. He had just been let out of jail. I heard that he even had, beat his mom really bad, like broke bones in her face. Um, Beat the girlfriend. I mean, the dude was just, if you ask me, out of control, and he got stopped. Um, Everybody at the end of the day does not live on social media. And all these men and these groups, and if you ask me, cults, red pill, and all these other, you know, branches of male hate groups, um, everybody don't hate black women like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are sectors of people, other black men, other races, but who don't feel that way about black women. I hate when I start saying my anyway. Um, and so this boy loved his mama. You hitting my mama. Like, I gotta stop you. Because at the end of the day, like, dude didn't just hit her one time. Dude just started wailing on this lady. And for what? Because she opened her mouth, because she said something, because she whatever. I mean, so many stories are still out there. I heard that uh, they ordered their food. He got his food before she did, or her food was ready before his was, or something like that. But I also heard that she and her son were in the restaurant before dude even came in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. It's still like 101 stories out there, but at the end of the day, you don't put your hands on nobody because they open their mouth. And we got a whole generation of men and men who justify domestic violence who think like that. They think like that. The first thing I thought of, and the thing that has been on my mind um, upon seeing that video, is the video of the black man who was in a subway talking to a white woman. The white woman was, I mean, I would say she was in his face, but it's a subway, so they were close. I mean, it's a subway, Um, and I don't know who the guy was right there with her. They say that was her boyfriend. Um, I feel bad if it was, because I hope she dumped him. I really hope she dumped him. Um, but she was in his face and she was, talking whatever. And uh, dude punched her. He just punched her in the face. Boyfriend, if that was her boyfriend, did nothing. No other men did anything. Just like the situation with Miss Hood, nobody stepped up. Matter of fact, we see an older gentleman leaving. He getting out the way, like you don't want no part of that. I get it in a way because he is an older man, but the same time, you know, that's typical of what goes on in our community. Men continue to talk about not protecting black women. Men continue to talk about black women not even deserving to be protected. So the um the response does not surprise me at all. It does not surprise me at all. What did surprise me, I knew black men were going to take up for him. I knew a section of black men were going to take up for him, because I have to say, I'm finding, honestly, in this story, I'm finding a lot more people who agree with the son, the woman protecting his mom, and they're like, that's what I see. Because I didn't have to see a video. You ain't had to tell me nothing. If this little boy, if they had him and his mom like really truly arrested and looking at charges or whatever, if that baby had a defense fund, I was going to support it. I was absolutely going to support it, because he did the right thing. He did what men are supposed to do. And you know where it came from? Instinct. Instinct. You hurting something I love. You literally sitting here bashing my mom, and like, you literally wailing on my mom. Like, what was he expected to do? Honestly, what was he expected to do? But unfortunately, and I can only speculate with this, but unfortunately, if this had been like her boyfriend or something like that, it wouldn't have been the same outcome. He probably would have left. Probably would have, like, I don't know. I don't know. But this little boy has more heart and balls than the majority of grown men out here today. And I'm gonna tell the God's honest truth. My son, especially at that age, oh, he'd have done the same thing. He would have I know my son, he'd have done the same thing, which is why I always try to keep my son. I didn't really get into situations, altercations, whatever like that. That woman didn't either, because I also keep hearing that. Well, why was she there? And what well, why was she arguing with this man at whatever clock it was, 11 o'clock at night or whatever, as if that makes a difference, you know. Um, and I would have had myself in that situation. What situation? Do go and get yourself some food? I don't know where they were coming from. I don't know where they were going. Maybe the boy had been like, I don't know, whatever the situation was, they wanted some food at that time of night. We've all done that. Like, what's wrong with that? Also, what is wrong with this woman expressing herself? Like, they want black women to just, like, when the man speaks, shut up. Just shut, don't just shut, don't say that. That shit don't work either. First of all, you ain't nobody, you not her daddy. I did hear he got a couple, two, three little girls. I feel so sorry for them, you know. Um, but the way this dude act, like, how really much of a good father was he really anyway? I mean, seriously. You put yourself in a situation to be taken from your daughters, even if he had just gotten arrested. You know what I'm saying? And so but that is what so many of these black men preach. Black women talk too much. Black women need to keep their mouth shut. Or you talking back and you didn't. I don't know what it was over. I don't know what it was about. I don't know any of that. But at the end of the day, all of us as children, I'm gonna speak for my generation. As children, you learn, keep your hands to yourself. You learn, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words from the. You learn this little stuff. So you don't get to hit somebody because you don't like what they say. Like you learned that at 5 and 6, 7, 8. But it's so many of these emotional, very, very overly emotional men today who do just that. Like that's where they go. The man on the subway who punched the white woman. Same thing. I'm really surprised that didn't go nowhere. I haven't even heard about that anymore. I would love to, but yeah, that's just gone. That's just done. You know what I'm saying? And nobody see. Here's what needs to come back. Before George Floyd, because I'm telling y'all, and I've said this before, that is when a lot of stuff changed. Like I've said before, to me, that was the revolution. That wasn't supposed to be televised, but it was televised. Um, Before George Floyd, there was no fear in retaliating against a black man or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? After George Floyd, after the world was traumatized after literally seeing a man die on TV like that, so many things changed. And so now everybody's tiptoeing around hurting black men. Everybody's like, nobody wants that smoke. Nobody. Cops don't want it, judges don't want it, lawyers don't, like, nobody wants that smoke. And so, but what it has done, it has emboldened them. It's emboldened them because they already used it as a crutch. Not saying that it never did happen. Yeah, I mean we've seen it. We saw Rodney King, we saw Trayvon Martin, we saw it's so many of them that happened during that time. The little boy that was shot, I think, with his hands behind his or the hands up or something like that. Like, so anyway, at the end of the day, we saw all of that. We know. But George Floyd created a fear, sort of an irrational fear, but I get it. And so many things changed. And now these dudes out here are literally emboldened. Like you got black men out here doing stuff that they would never have done pre George Floyd. And so if you ask me, they're using it, and what needs to come back is their punishment. It needs to come back. Stop being afraid of them. Stop letting them do whatever the hell they want to do just because George Floyd. Like that, George is gone, dead, whatever. Like it's done. These are still criminals who are out here doing criminal stuff. You don't get to just hit and. I mean, like it's almost one of those things. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. And this ain't gonna be nice or pretty, and people are not gonna like what I have to say, especially them. But it's factual. You know, way back, black men had the reputation for being just like animalistic behind white women. I don't know if any of y'all ever really truly saw the movie. I would go blank on it right now. Um, a nation is born. Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation. Now, that's in the archives of being racist and the whole thing, in which I get that. But Birth of a Nation, they depicted black men as just being like lecherous, deceitful, criminal, like animalistic behind white women. It's a lot more tamed, but I mean, are they kind of wrong? You know, the crime, the all of this stuff, even back um, to what Hillary Clinton said, that they were super predators and all of this stuff. Oh, we got so mad. Oh my God, we got so mad. We did not, I mean, how do you say something like that? But after black women's eyes become open, after the cloak is off, after the shield is off, and after we are thankfully consciously opening up our eyes to see clearly, many of them are super predators. Like, yeah, it was a lot of racist stuff mixed in with it, but was all of that wrong though? Because it's almost like we protected, we protected, we protected, we continue to protect. We turn a blind eye, turn a blind eye, turn a blind eye. Finally, especially now that black women see how they feel about us, and black women are like, okay, well, you know what? All right, I'm done. Then you start branching out and looking at the bigger picture, and you start to see what they were saying. You also see, and I'm not ashamed to say that, because what you also see is you see how they're literally, might as well say, using white supremacy and white supremacist tactics on black women and on the black community. Like that, they feel like that about us and the black community. Like they have literally separated themselves, even though they're still completely 100% in it. They have completely separated themselves from the black community, women, children, especially if you have a baby. Especially if she is a single mother that he made her. They completely distance themselves from it. And I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but black men literally separate themselves from black women, black community, their children, their everything, and start to treat them like white supremacists treating them or all of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's been something that's been going on. I think, black women are just finally, just still kind of slowly opening our eyes until now. You're here in this situation, and they have made such a spectacle of themselves for so long, all over social media, literally calling for the unaliving of black women, period. Until now, people are like, I mean, especially like a lot of black women are just like, F y'all too, like whatever. And I think this is my own speculation. I ain't heard this nowhere. This is me. I honestly believe that part of those charges being dropped and everything, I think it was a lot of push off of social media. I really do. I think they saw what people were saying, and for the most part, everybody was saying that young man is a hero. That young man protected his mom. That young man did what most of these dudes out here won't do. Um, and nobody's mad at him. I certainly wasn't mad at him. The only people that I see mad at him are black men who believe that bullshit. That's who I see who are mad. And I still, even with all that, I don't even see them, trying to blame the kid with any of it. They're, oh, it's the mom, it's the mom, oh, it's a single mom, and single mom. She told him to go get the gun. She told him to just shoot him. None of that was even true. It's not the way that sounds. Not the way that it went down. That woman was telling her son to go to the car because this fool's gonna act ass. And like my son, she probably knew her son. Her son was gonna protect her, just like how he stayed there at that door watching, cause he know his mom. I mean, come on, he know that dude was finna act a ass. He They all in the same hood, perhaps. I don't know. Um, but you know people. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what somebody gonna do. You just you know. And he stayed there. He looked and he watched and he protected his mom. My son would not have gone to the car either. The most my son would have probably done was went like outside the door or whatever to like make sure I didn't see him anymore. But my son wasn't gonna leave me like that either. And he protected his mom. And he did the exact right thing. He did the exact right thing. And I think, like I said, that is the sentiment that is shown all across social media platforms. That ain't nobody mad at you, baby, for that. You did what you were supposed to do. You did the exact right thing. They trying to put it on the mom. I even heard that it was a conspiracy, that the mom, excuse me, the mom and the son planned it. Plan what? To go get some food and go home? They didn't plan for this idiot to come out and start acting an ass at what? Like I want to see an autopsy on this dude. Was he drunk? Was he high? The hell was wrong with him? And she's supposed to do what? Just shut up and don't say nothing. Just leave him alone. Don't say. It's okay. Yeah, you can get your food before my. Yep, yep. Okay, all right. Because let me tell you what's gonna happen. First of all, that's a bullshit. Ain't nobody doing that. You ain't fucking God. You know, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss y'all. I don't usually do all that, but at the end of the day, it affects me because I am a black woman. It affects me. But I have seen many instances. Y'all talking about, oh, she just shut her mouth. When you shut your mouth, if you shut your mouth, that's not gonna stop him from if he wanted to hit her. If he wanted to act an ass, that wasn't gonna stop him. If she turned her back, if she tried to walk out, walk away, because I hear people, oh, I'd have just left that food. I'd have just been. Why would you leave your food? For what? I'm not finna. I'm paid these people for my food. I want my food. I'm hungry. Just whatever. I have a right. The store is open. They got my money. I've given my order. So because asshat want to come in and act a ass, then I'm finna leave my food. I'm just finna go. I'm just man, you turn your back on that dude, he'd still probably stole off on that lady. And that's just it. He wanted to do what he did and he got his results. He did what he wanted to do. And he got what he got at the end of the day. So walking off, closing your mouth, just saying no, just being polite. None of that shit works on them dudes. Like it don't. I'm from the hood. It doesn't stop. You can tell it. Do you know how many times back when I was in Houston and I was married, I would tell dudes that I was married. So what? What they got to do with me? You happy? I don't see no ring. Like anything, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. That's not going to stop them. So as I said, I absolutely believe that the right thing was done. I remember a story, and I know I did videos on this topic. I remember a story. This happened a few years ago where this woman was just walking down the sidewalk, a black woman. She's walking down the sidewalk. I guess it was some dudes, they were all together. uh One dude came off the porch or whatever trying to talk to her. She, and I don't know who was videotaping, but she literally was being polite and just told dude like, yeah, I'm not interested or I don't want to talk or whatever. And this woman kept on walking or whatever. Dude was a skateboarder, I guess. Dude had a skateboard. This dude picked that skateboard up and bashed that woman in her face, left her down on the ground, and went back. Who if she thinks she don't want to talk to me? Fuck, all that. And this woman's on the ground. And you didn't like, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There was another viral video, and this is not just because I'm bringing up videos. Like, we've probably all seen this in real life. But there was another video of these black women. I don't know if they were black or white. I think they were black women. And they were all sitting at this table outside at this restaurant. Y'all probably saw the video too. This dude come up bothering them, want to try to talk to them. Dudes, when you see a group of women eating, drinking, they don't want to talk to you. Okay, they're not trying to talk to you. Like, that's not the time. That's girl time. They probably talking about me right now. So, like, that's not no good energy for you even to try to go. And yeah, that's not cool. So these women are minding their business, trying to get their food, they order whatever. Dude trying to come over there, talk to them, trying to holler at them. They don't want to talk to you. And because they don't want to talk to you, and because they were laughing and giggling and just being girly or whatever, and who is this fool? Like, who is this dude? Like, whatever. You mad. Dude literally was talking about going to his trunk and getting a gun to shoot them. So I want to make this video because this video is to show and to hopefully help you guys see just how out of control these dudes are. There is no reasoning with them. There's no reasoning with them. On the internet, they're trolls, they're incels. They just want to argue. They just want conversation, literally. So they just get up and say any old dumb, stupid, bullshit thing to um try to incite you that way. When you're in public, you can't get away from them. You can't turn your back on them. You can't not say anything to them. You can't argue with them. Like, you can't do nothing. They're just out here being menaces to society. And the only ones that still take up for them and think that that's okay and think it's right is other black men who think like them and who hate black women. Period. At the end of the day, it ain't nothing else to be said about that. They hate black women. And this is my own personal. I'm going to go personal again. This is my own personal before I cut this video off. If she had shot him, if any other kind of way, if the dude, that crazy dude, had shot her because she didn't shut her mouth, or shot her son because her son was attempting to lie, it would have been that she should have shut her mouth. What was she arguing? It would have been the same thing at the end of the day from these dudes. They would have felt no pity. They would have felt no sorrow. They would have felt none of this except, oh, what did she do? What did she say? Well, she aggravated that dude, and did you see how close she was? Even though the woman, we can clearly see in the video, the woman is literally leaning on the counter and not approaching this dude, like, she not getting in this dude's face at all. But there would have been so many black male sympathizers. So many. It's even been a couple of women that have tried to justify, or say that she was in the wrong or whatever. And I'm saying to myself, how, as a woman, you get protected? You saw a woman get protected, a black woman get protected, which is completely refreshing. Like, when and where the hell does that happen on videotape where you can see it? And even the women are against her. Like, either black women are against her. We got a psychosis, y'all. We got a bad psychosis, man. It's bad. It is so bad. But as I say, for the most part, I saw everybody defending that young man. I saw everyone calling him a hero. And like I said, if things had went the other way, and it'd have been, a whole other kind of case. I don't care. As soon as a GoFundMe went up for him, I was gonna support it. I absolutely was. So, but this is the reason that I tell the women, my women viewers, my ladies who watch me, protect yourself at all costs. Carry something with you and on you at all times, because you are literally in a jungle with a bunch of off the chain beasts. So let's talk about retaliation for a second before I cut the video off. So also there's a lot of people talking about, oh well, they need to move, which honestly I think they should, just to get out of there anyway. I think they should. Um and that, the little boy gonna have a whatever on his back. Nah. I listened to a podcast last night, and I just kind of ran up on it. I didn't know they were from Chicago and all that, where this stuff went down. But from what I heard, word is already on the street. Y'all better not touch him. That's what I heard. Word is already on the street. Y'all better not touch him. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But uh, I don't think there'll be ramifications. I do think the young man's gonna need some therapy. I mean, at the end of the day, he took a life. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna need some therapy. And I believe his mom and I mean, I'm pretty sure they could. You know what I'm saying? If they're low income, they probably get Medicaid anyway. So he's gonna need some therapy. But I think the main thing that's gonna help him is the fact that he needs to know that he did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. And that's also what I heard from that podcast. These listen to these people from Chicago who just happen to be from Chicago. That, that's what they were saying. Like, everybody letting him know, like, you ain't did nothing wrong. Like, you did what you're supposed to do. So I would hope that that brings some type of consolation to him, because, at the end of the day, he did take a life, like I just said, and he needs to be okay. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be okay mentally, emotionally. The mom needs to be okay. You know what I'm saying? She may be carrying some guilt or something like that. I don't know. But I pray and I hope that they get the help that they need, get the counseling, spiritual, like whatever it is that they need. I'm sending those good positive vibes and energies. I believe everybody else is, who stand with them, that they will be okay. But women, carry, carry, carry something. Carry something. If you don't, if it ain't no gun, get you some mace, get you, like, carry, carry something, you know. Because it's too wild out here. Like, they don't care right now. Like, literally the word is down, not to protect black women. Women are unprotected, black women are unprotected, and it's just a free-for-all. And hell no, it's not. You're gonna find more and more of these cases, mark my word. M- as we start getting into summer, y'all know how it goes. Past few years, as it start getting into summer, we start seeing these black men, you know, more unalivings and things like that. A lot of times by the police and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, it's time out for black women just to keep being victims. The thing is, what, every 4 hours right now, black women is getting killed. Yeah, nah, nah. We're gonna have to stop being so susceptible and so unsuspecting of who we're dealing with. And I believe social media and all these other platforms and everything that talk about these things with black males, that you see it as a problem. And I really believe that the word is getting out there, and everybody see it. Everybody's looking. Like I said before, when I did the video, not a few weeks ago, I did that video, maybe a month or so ago. I did that video where I was talking about black women are going to start being protected. And people called me crazy and, came into my comments. I had to delete shit. But I'm just saying, Black women are going to start being protected. I'm telling y'all, like, this is not gonna just keep going on. The divine feminine is here. She is well and active, and we are in her space right now. And believe me, black women are going to be protected. I'm not saying we ain't gonna have no casualties. We are, but like it's going right now, and like how it has been, black women are going to start getting the protection that they need. Whether they do it themselves, or whether it comes from other people, or whether it comes from other people's mouths, or just whatever it is. I already told y'all. I already told you. There's your evidence. Because everybody ain't crazy and mentally ill and think the way that these dudes out here are thinking. Like, it's not like that. When you don't live on social media, it's not like that. So, y'all, I'm gone. I'm finna go. I'm finna go eat me something. I may come back with another video. I don't know. I wanted to put that out there, support the young man. I hate that they put his picture out there. I really do. Um, I don't know if they'd have done that for a white kid. Maybe they would have. I don't know. But um, I wish him peace. I wish him blessings. I wish peace and blessings upon his mom. Hope that they can go somewhere and get out of that hot spot and, get themselves relocated somewhere and just continue on with their lives, and this would just be a bad day, you know what I'm saying? um but keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, ladies, protect yourself. Bandits are all out there, they're all around, believe me. They're out there and they're all around, and got to protect yourself by all means necessary. But you guys, thank you so much for listening, thank you for watching. Please hit the notification, all notifications, so that you'll know when I upload videos. Um, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button and leave me a comment. You guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. Until the next video, see you next time.